Hogan, I would bring you to a report in Sunday's Axios. Jonathan Swan, who I think is extremely fair, says this. President Trump is defending Rob Porter and publicly, but privately, he says he's guilty. He says the president's told multiple people that he believes the accusations against Porter are true and finds him sick. 4 sources have spoken directly with President Trump and tell him his private comments about the ex-aide, whose 2 ex-wives accused him of violent attacks, have been brutal. So the president is just as outraged as many Americans about the alleged domestic abuse, which looks pretty strong, the evidence strong against Porter. Why wouldn't he say that publicly, or do you think Jonathan Swan is wrong?
Well, I don't know if he's going to say that publicly or not, and I've not spoken with the president about this, but I can say, we lean on a process here at the White House, and quite frankly, as soon as we found out about this on Tuesday, by Wednesday, Rob Porter was gone. The president has been very clear that all forms of abuse, all forms of battery against women,
but he hasn't said
deplorable
that.
And disgusting. Right, but he hasn't. You haven't talked to him today. I mean, obviously, he said that multiple times in the past, but in this particular instance, you're talking about sources that I can't verify because I've not had that conversation with them. Right. But I know for a fact I've talked to the president about issues surrounding this type of behavior, and he finds it disgusting.
Sure. Well, the abuse allegations, the stories are horrific. They're bad stories. But something else that is just as troubling is apparently Mr. Porter did not ultimately have his security clearance because of the problems in his past. Is the White House going through everybody at the White House so close to the president, making sure, okay, this guy's got it, this guy's got it, wait a minute, this person doesn't, maybe that person should not be so close to the president?
Well, look, that's a process, as I mentioned before, but it's a process done by career officials in the federal government, at the FBI and other agencies. So on purpose, for administration after administration, whether it was Bill Clinton, whether it was George W. Bush, whether it was Barack Obama, the White House doesn't interfere in those processes, and they keep going forward because we can't have a handle in that. That's something for outside entities to look at.
Hogan,
because you can't stop the process.
Will you and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, will y'all get together and maybe advise him and talk to him about this? Is an opportunity when he can come out against domestic violence. I mean, those pictures are horrific.
They were, absolutely. But the president has been out against domestic violence for a long time. He didn't, in the Oval Office, the thing you're probably talking about, he was asked specifically about Rob Porter. The president deplores, thinks that domestic violence is grotesque. He said that on multiple occasions, and there's no place for it in this country. There's no place for it in this White House, and the president won't stand for it.
All right. Hogan, Gidley, joining us.